Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Lee Rourke, and this is It's Not About Food podcast. Thank you for joining me today. And we're going to talk about how to get through the holidays without eating everything in sight. I have a little 6-point suggestions that I'm going to make. And but first, let me say that this time of year is very hard for us. We get very scared. We're not going to have this, beautiful, great body that we had when we were like 12 in a black tight dress, and we're not going to find the perfect person to kiss under the mistletoe, and maybe we're going to be around our family, and maybe there's stress there with the family, and maybe there's way too much food or not enough food, or not enough money, or not enough, anything, or too much of everything. And it's a very confusing time of year, I realize. So if we can just narrow it down to taking care of ourselves unconditionally, loving who we are and what we have going on in our life completely, unconditionally, accepting and loving the body that you have completely and unconditionally, it is a lot easier. But for those who like a little list, I will tell you the first part is to let go of self-judgment. Develop a very understanding and compassionate person within inside of yourself. Maybe you have somebody that you know that's like that, or maybe you just have to make it up yourself, but somebody deep inside of you that loves you no matter what happens, never blames you for anything. There's no shame when you're around this person, which is inside of yourself. And this person just loves everything you do and just thinks it's great. And even if it didn't turn out that great, it's a learning experience. So actually there's no mistakes anyway. And develop that thing can be the best present you can give yourself at this holiday season. It can bring you through the whole year and actually your whole life. So let go of judgment and blame. Second one is pay attention to your bodily cues of satisfaction. I say this all the time. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full, and eat what your body is asking you for. Even during Thanksgiving, even during Christmas, even during Easter, even during in the middle of summer. Do this every day. Doesn't matter if there's a holiday or not. You still have the same body. So it knows when it's hungry. May not be right when all the food is on the table, and that's okay. You can have tea, or you can just serve a little bit to yourself until you get hungry. Or maybe you got hungry hours before and you ate something. It's okay. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just try to eat when you're hungry, really, really hungry for the food that you've got. Don't even worry if you don't like the food that's there. You can bring your own food to anywhere. If it's at your house, make a dish for yourself. Eat what your body is asking you for. And then even though there's all this commotion for a lot of us, or there's no commotion and we're lonely, we can still listen to when we're full, and we can stop eating then. There is nothing wrong about eating a bunch of different foods during the holiday season and then trying to be okay with that. It really is not, we're all professional dieters. So we think, well, if I ate all this food at a holiday party, then I can't eat dinner tonight, or I can't eat breakfast the next day, or I can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner the next day. And those are diet myths. They are not true. So let go of that and just get in touch with your own body, your own bodily cues of hunger and satisfaction, and try to live right there. Doesn't matter what month, what day, what year, just stay right in that. Study as you go. The third thing, and this is kind of really what comes up during the holidays, is distinguish between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So a lot of us have a lot of stuff around this time of year. And so try to just work through that as best you can. If you have a therapist, you might need to talk to them a little bit more, especially if you're going to be around family. Or if you're not and you miss your family, or your family is no longer here, or whatever the case may be. So get support to take care of yourself emotionally. There will not be enough food in the world to take care of yourself emotionally. Food is fabulous. It takes care of us physically. We can't live without food, really. We can't. We need water and we need food and we need a lot of different things, but definitely food we need in this world. So we have to have a relationship with it. We have to have a relationship with our bodies. So if you can, separate the hungers. I am really hungry for my family. That's not going to be helped with eating a bunch of pumpkin pie. Nothing wrong with pumpkin pie. Eat pumpkin pie if you like pumpkin pie, but it is not really going to bring your family here. Or if they've passed away, it's not going to bring them back. You can have pumpkin pie if you're hungry for pumpkin pie and you love pumpkin pie and it's time to eat pumpkin pie, eat it. It doesn't matter. But know that it's not going to take care of you emotionally. It may put you to sleep. It may make you might feel better because you ate a piece of pumpkin pie. But if you weren't hungry, then you might not feel better for very long. Or if you were really, really, really hungry and you ate a whole bunch of pumpkin pie, you might feel not that great about that. Or you might. The point I'm trying to make is let go of the shame, let go of the blame, let go of a self-judgment, let go of whatever it is. Just try to listen to your body. When it's tired and you want to go to sleep, go home. When you're full and you'd like to move around a little bit, move around. When it's time to eat, and if you're not really, really hungry, maybe just put a little food on your plate if people get like crazy that you're not eating, or say you'll eat in a little while. Here's the thing. We're now adults. I'm probably not speaking to a lot of children on this video. So you're an adult. You get to choose when to eat, what to eat, and when to stop. So separate it from emotional hunger and physical hunger. Feed the physical hunger and get something else. Support, love, a friend to talk to, a little puppy to walk. Do these things for emotional reasons. The food will only feed you. That's all that hunger is about, to feed the body that you have. The fourth thing is, again, specifically for this time of year, there's holiday stressors that come once a year and we just dread them. And they're all over the place and we have a million of them. So just know what they are. When this happens, this is how I feel and this is how I used to react, and I don't want to react that way. So how do I take care of myself during this holiday stress? So if you don't like to go to parties all year long and then you have to go to a party at the holidays, you might not even want to. It's okay. You're an adult. There's no gun to your head. If you don't want to go to the party, don't. Or if you feel like you have to put in an appearance, do that, and then do something nice for yourself. Go to a movie, go out to eat, do whatever. Go home, put your jammies on, and watch a scary movie. Whatever it is, it's going to be fine. Just don't allow yourself to express what happens to you during this holiday, whatever this thing is. Tell yourself it's okay and you don't have to do what you don't want to do. Explore how cultural expectations might cause prejudice against your own body. You know, not only are we taught to think of other people as not okay, we think about ourselves as not okay. So let go of that cultural expectation. Go to your own body. Try to get a very loving, kind, compassionate, very positive way of thinking about your body, thinking about your life, thinking about you yourself. This is one of the best presents you can give yourself, is the act of self-love, self-acceptance, self-esteem, self taking care of self. I mean, what a wonderful thing that is, and we just are not taught that very well. Or if we are, we're taught like, well, taking care of yourself means fill in the blank. But taking care of yourself is loving yourself unconditionally. That's really what it is. So just know that these are all cultural expectations. You were not born with these. You got them somehow during your life, and you can let them go. Like, that is something I was told a long time ago. I remember when I was a little girl, my mother would go in the dressing room with a bunch of dresses, and she would give me her purse, and I would sit outside of the dressing room and I would hold her purse. She would say, "Here, Laura-Lee, sit down and hold this purse." So I feel like so much of my life, I was not only holding that purse, but I was holding all her stuff about me and about her female body and about other people's female body. And it wasn't even mine. It's what she had learned and what her mother had learned and what that other mother had learned. And all these mothers, these sisters and daughters and men, fathers and sons, and all these people, I was just holding it in my lap while my mother was in the dressing room. So that's what I felt like when I was trying to recover from my own disordered eating and disordered thinking about my body, was this doesn't belong to me, this doesn't belong to me, this doesn't belong to me. I didn't come up with this. This is somebody else came up with that. I'm going to let this go. And it took a while to unpack that little purse on my legs and waiting in the waiting room. But I did it because they don't belong to me. I actually came to Earth thinking, as a little tiny baby, this is great. Great. I have legs. I have arms. I have a little head. I have hands. I have feet. I can talk, I can see, I can hear. Some babies don't have those things, but they're still so happy to be here a lot of the time. So who knows whatever happens to us in our life, but we can have that same joy that we had when we first got here of ourselves. And through the years, I have had a lot of friends die, a lot of relatives die, and I have sat with many, many people as they were dying. And I can guarantee you not one of them said, God, I wish I would have hated myself just a little bit more. I wish I would have not eaten a piece of pumpkin pie that one Thanksgiving. Oh, I wish that I had not been so hard on myself about going to school or not going to school. They are usually grateful for their life at the end of their life. I hope I am. But it's usually a lot of things about, I really wasted a lot of time by being so mean to myself, in a way. And even if you are, just forget that part. Just start today. Stop being mean to you. Don't say things that are mean. Work towards having a loving relationship with your body, with yourself, with your life. The sixth thing is what I've been talking about for the last 5 things. Learn to love yourself unconditionally. That's what we all want. We want someone to love us unconditionally. And the best person to do that is us. And then from there, we'll find others that do as well. And we will feel that about other people as well. And then love is the only thing that matters, really. With love, you can do anything. You can love yourself all your whole life. It's okay. Start today, start now. and you'll be grateful for it, especially through this time of year. So thank you so much for listening to me today. Thank you for being on my It's Not About Food podcast and listening to me on Patreon. It'd be great to have you as a member. I hope you will. And blessings.